Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar regarding CYPECAD and some top tips for the Indian market. Luckily, today joining us is Amarnath, our longtime partner from Cype India, who's a structural engineer and has been using this software for many years. He's been kind enough to share with us these tips that he's developed over many, many years. Welcome, Amarnath.
Thank you, Mr. Jamie. How are you?
Very good, very good. How about yourself?
Thank you. Very fine.
All right, perfect. So before I hand it over to Amarnath, I'm going to just remind everybody, okay, about Cype. Most of you know what we're doing, but today we're focusing only on structures. But just a quick reminder of the programs that we develop are not just for structures, but also for MEP, architecture, and management. And one of the big things that differentiates Cype that whenever possible, our programs don't just draw, they don't just create eye candy. They also analyze and they size elements based on codes and standards. Today, we're going to focus on Indian codes and standards, but just as well, it could happen with other standards as well. In addition, our program is always going to generate, as you will see today, plans and drawings, as we're many used to doing over the years in the construction sector. But we also automatically, without having to do anything, generate a BIM model in our software. Okay, so automatically, as you're working, that 3D model is being created for you, whether it's steel, rebar, any element. You don't have to draw this afterwards. And that's a big difference, okay? But as I always mention, don't be scared of digital workflows. If you prefer to work with drawings, it's always possible. Cype offers a hybrid solution for you to start from drawings or from digital models, and also for you to finish in the same way. That being said, and without further ado, I'll introduce you guys to Amarnath. And I'm going to go ahead already and turn off my camera so you have a better view of the screen. Thank you, Amarnath. I hand it over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Jamie.
I'll confirm that I can see your screen.
Yeah, I'm going to switch off my camera. Okay. I hope you guys are looking at my screen without any problem.
Yes. We can see the screen perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah. Fine. So first of all, I would like to thank management of Cype team to give me an introduction of a Cype software in the year 2010. From that time onwards, I'm associated with Cype software. I'm not only using this software for the building construction designs analysis, as well as I'm also doing the distribution here in India from 2010 onwards. So it's almost 14 years now. I'm associated with the Cype software company. We have made several sales to the big consultants, students, universities, colleges. Maybe the range is around 300 to 350. I'm not sure. It's still growing now. In the range of at least 3 to 4 sales per month. That's what we are actually doing. And I'm sure that this will grow further. And I'm going to just show you the capabilities of this software. I'm not only just selling the software, but I'm also selling this software, not only just selling it, I'm also using it for the, the design of my own building structures, which I'm associated with. These are all some of the complicated structure, I would say, with maybe a curved balcony slabs and the sunken slabs, and
because you're also an engineer, is that correct? You're
sorry?
You're also a structural engineer, correct?
Yes. These are all the buildings that is designed by myself from my office.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah, so these are all the high-rise structures which is being built in Mumbai, and some of them I have done inside Bangalore, outside India. Structures ranging up to 27, 28 floors. And the one which is I'm now displaying on screen, which is now going to be constructed in a very short period. Maybe within 2 to 3 years, this will be completed. And this is analysis and design is completely done by the CYPECAD software. And the shear wall design is also done with the same software. You can see this is the shear walls design. And we have a capability of getting the complete design report from the shear walls. This is very, very important because we have more than 70% of Indian region is a earthquake region, except maybe some South Indian portion, maybe Bangalore, Hyderabad comes under zone 2. Otherwise, rest of the things comes under zone 3, 4, 5, like that, which definitely requires a shear wall. And we have a complete design shear wall designs in place. You can also take the design calculations, which can be presented to anybody for the design verification. So this is a complete design which is done using CYPECAD software with the Strubing shear wall module. Now, how we do all these things, I'll just show you with a very small example I'm going to take. For example, if I have to do a very small building, because I have to complete everything within a very short period, so I'm going to cover everything right from the foundation till the roof, and whatever is possible, maybe including the staircase, shear RC walls, basement wall, the ramp, everything I'm going to include, and then create a very simple model just to show you the capability of this software. So here we go. This is a very small building which is in a CAD format, and I'm going to import this using the CYPECAD software. I'm using a very latest software 2024.e. So I'm going to start with the project CYPECAD. For time being, I'll not be connecting to the Strubing. I'll be just doing it without a beam server connection. Okay, so I'm going to start a new project now. So this is, I would say, demo India, accept. So here I'm not going to connect to the beam server for time being. Accept. See, there is a capability of this software with introducing the complete AutoCAD or a CAD drawings straight away from the CAD file, so that with a click of 3-4 commands and we can create a whole model. That is the capability of the software here. So I'm going to start with the automatic introduction using a DWG or DXF file. And the software is asking me some few questions like, how many basements we have, what is the floor height, what is the live load and dead load. So I'm going to create a one single basement for this project, say maybe 3 meter floor height, and I'm not going to give any live load and dead load for this small building at the basement level. Ground floor is 3 meter floor height, 2 kilonewton live load for residential building, 1.5 kilonewton for the finished load. And I'm creating a ground plus 2 floor building, small building with a 2 kilonewton live load and 1.5 kilonewton per square meter as the finished load for the floor level. And at the roof, 1.5 kilonewton, I'm taking the live load and 4 kilonewton as the finished load as per the code, IS code. If we have a lift machine room, we can create a lift machine room. Otherwise, we can just switch it off. So this is not a big rocket science. Anybody can use it. You have to only give a number of basement, ground floor, and how many upper floors we have. And you can see here, the software is actually giving information that you can go up to 500 floors, up to top above the ground level. Even below the ground level, you can go below 500 floors. I doubt, but you can. The software can. It has got a capability of doing it.
Wow,
That
the
is,
most I've seen is in Philippines. I was in a building that had a 14-floor basement, but 500. Wow.
Yes, this has got a capability. Yes, of course.
Incredible. Good job.
Yeah. So the next thing is here. It is showing how many floors that we have created, and we can also, we can also adjust properly what is the height of the, the basement above the ground level. or the ground floor is always maybe 500 to 600 mm above the ground, natural ground level. So we can have that adjustment here. So maybe I'm giving a basement is 2.5 meters below and 0.5 meters above the ground level. Okay. And now here you can see the live load and dead load at any point of time. You can change it. Probably you can make it 3 kilonewton or maybe 2 kilonewton. Anything is possible at any point of time. Now, next thing is we are going to import the drawing. So here I'm importing the drawing demo file. Now this is the preview of the CAD file with all the layers that is created by the architect during the creation of this model. Everything comes as it is, so I'm going to just import. Now here, these are all the layers. If you want to switch on at all the floors, you can simply select at all the floors. I'm going to switch on the layers. See whether we are going to use it or not, we can just simply switch on because it's only visible from the background. Now at the basement level, I'm selecting only the column layer. The columns are placed in a layer called column, okay? Just for the simplicity. Now here, all the CAD drawings are actually assigned to the floors automatically by the software. We don't have to do anything. Now here, I have to select where the columns are located in a CAD drawing. It is located on a layer called column, so which I have selected here. And we have to give the periphery of the building. Do you want to create a periphery using a beam? You can say yes. With what is the layer? We have created a layer called external, and we can have a different types of beam all around at the periphery. Probably you can have just the flat beam, or you can have a regular beam with a regular size, or you can also just have a cantilever slab projection. In this case, I'm going to have a 20 centimeter by 45 centimeter beam. And that's all. That's nothing else that I'm going to create. Everything is done. Only with these 4 or 5 comments, we can see that our model is almost ready. I would say almost ready. Now, we have to get into the codes. See, Cype software has got a capability of designing the structure with many codes, many country codes. We have the major one is, American code. We have a European code. Everything, most of the codes, everything works. Whenever the people purchase the software, most of the things works. And I'm going to select IS456 here. And rest of the things, right now, I'm not interested, cold form steel, rolled steel, timber, aluminum and all, because I'm only doing the concrete building right now. So I've selected IS456, accept. After that, we can select even the grade of concrete, okay, from M20 to M55. You can also change the grade of concretes for individual floors if you want, or even for the individual type of elements also you can change it. Okay, that capability is also available. Now for doing the foundation design, we can select the safe bearing capacity of the soil as per the consultant's report, or you can also assume the minimum and maximum safe bearing capacity of the soil as per the standards that is given. Okay, right now I'm going to use 20 ton per square meter is the standard that we are going to use usually in India. But of course, this depends on the soil report given by the soil consultant. So that can always be changed. And just remember, this is in MPa. This is 0.2 MPa means 20 ton per square meter. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to accept this. See, the next thing is we can also give the columns with a different grade of concretes. You can change the grade of concretes wherever it is required for individual floors. When it comes to the walls, again, you can give a different grade of concretes for the walls. And also there is one advantage of using the CYPECAD. If you want to do only a masonry wall construction, not using a concrete, that is also possible. You can do a masonry wall construction, but only thing you have to give all the necessary inputs and the properties of the masonry here. And you can give the grade of steel, like, you know, Fe415, we have 500, 550, and 600 grade of steel. You can choose whichever is suitable for this building. Now coming to the live load and dead load, we have already given the live load and dead load for this building, that is 2 kilonewton and 1.5 kilonewton. In case if you want to add a wind load, you can always select a wind load and then select the Indian code here. And once you select the Indian code, the codes can be selected from here, IS 875 part 3 2015, that is the latest. And we have to give all the necessary inputs here. Say for example, this is the wind map of India. Okay, you can select the wind pressure from the screen, or you can also select the place. Suppose if you know the place, say for example Bangalore, you can select a Bangalore, or you can select a Mumbai. So straight away you can select the Mumbai, and you can see automatically the wind pressure is selected automatically. Suppose in case if you are doing a building in a very remote place, and if the code is not suggesting you any wind pressures, then you can always input the value that is suggested by the experts. This possibility is also available in this software. So the rest of the things you can always give as per the codal requirement. And the next thing is, when it comes to the seismic, once again you can select the Indian code here, and you can select IS 1893 2016 code, and you can do the design of the seismic design analysis with a dynamic method or static method. Okay, now you can give all the necessary inputs here. You can also select the seismic zone. This is the seismic zone map. As you can see, only the blue color is safe zone, but all other things are very seismic conditions. So especially North India comes under the seismic zone, and some portion of the South India also. Okay, so this software can able to do a design as per 1893 2016 code. Also you can use the 13920. This is the ductile detailing. You know, this is in addition to 1893, you can use 13920. This capability is also there in the software. I will show you all this when we do the design. I will show you how these code checks are done using the software. And also one more thing, if you want to do a fire resistance check, you can also use this. We can give a fire rating, maybe 30 hours, 30 minutes, 60 minutes fire ratings. And also you can give what are the types of fire-proof materials that we are going to use at the bottom, or columns and walls. And you have to only select what is the coating that we are using in the structure, so that based on that, software will say that at this floor this element has got a problem, so it will identify the problem for the fire rating. So right now I'm not selecting that. Okay, accept. And then we can just straight away go into the model. You can see we have just used 5-6 commands for inputting the model. And when you come to the definition, beam definition screen, now here you can see we have a complete model. I would say 90% of the model is ready. You see, I have not created a column 1 by 1, a beam 1 by 1, a location of column 1 by 1, the size of column 1 by 1. No, I only gave the information, how many number of floors, what is the floor height, what is the live load and dead load to be considered. And the columns are read by the software through the the input from the CAD, and whatever I only told read all this information from the column layer. The software is selected the orientation of the column, the size, everything from the CAD itself. So there is no necessity that we have to sit and make a 1 by 1 column. So our model is ready. Just imagine when we are doing more than 30-40 story building, and with just 5 commands, if you can able to get the model like this, it saves a lot of time and energy. This is something which I really liked about this software. Now, if you look at this, everything is ready except maybe few of the elements, maybe the internal beams that is missing, and only that needs to be modeled right now. There are some, whatever you are seeing at the background is just a CAD drawing. You can also switch on the layer so that you can see the lines, wall lines clearly visible. You can also see the size of the beam, the size of the column numbering, everything is there. And only thing we need to add few more beams here, which is very easy. I'm just going to add, this is the different types of beams we have here. You can select a flat beam or a regular beam, maybe the inverted beam, the T-beam, inverted T-beam, or maybe you can select a cantilever slab. These kind of things you can have. Right now, I'm going to select a normal downstanding beam with a size of say 20 by 45 centimeter. This is the standard size which is available in India. And I can just select maybe draw it from the left side with the help of object snap command. I'm simply locating the call wherever there is a beam required. These are all the locations. These are all where I need a beam. And once I locate, the next thing is just to extend this with just a extend command. See, it is as simple as simply drawing the lines. Looks to be very simple for anybody. It doesn't require any engineering knowledge. Okay, now coming to we have to define the slab. Next thing is I'm just defining the slab. Now you can give a different type of slab. Like say for example, joist floor, different types of joist floor, a hollow core slab. You can select a hollow core, different types. Okay, and then you can have a composite floor slab. You can have a waffle slab. Okay, you can have a waffle slab like this, or a coffered slab, or flat slab, and also the mat foundation. So these are all the types of the slabs this software can handle. But right now I'm going to select maybe 12.5 centimeter slab, and I'm going to define it at one location. And you can simply copy this for all the location for time being. That's all. Now I'm done with all the slabs in one floor. Now I need to give the wall loading. When it comes to the loading, this software has got a unique feature. Say for example, you can just give a loading, wall load to be calculated manually, and then apply it here at each and every beam wherever there is a wall. And in case if you are having a load which is away from the beam, then you can also give any type of load. Say for example, this is a kind of a line load anywhere on the slab in whatever the direction you want, wherever you want, whatever the length you want. You see, this is very beautiful command that we have here. You can also put a point load wherever you want, and also the surface load of any shape. Okay, this is the additional load which is applied apart from whatever we have already given on this slab. So this is a unique feature that is available in this software, which probably many softwares doesn't have this feature. So I'm going to remove this, only the line loads, and then I'm going to delete the surface load which is not required, and also I'm going to delete the point load which is not required. Anyway, so this is something which we want for this project. Now the next thing is, let me just move on to the next floor. I need to just simply copy it from the lower level which is already done. Okay, and then go to the next level once again, just copy it from the lower level which is already done. Once again, I go to the next level. Now we are at the roof level. You see each and every floor, I'm only copying it from the lower level, and you can see my model is, now I can say that yes, it is 100% ready. You see, I've created a 100% model. You can just imagine if you're doing a very complicated building, maybe 15, 20 floors. I don't think so you need to put any effort beyond this. A very simple software, very easy to use. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Anyway, so if you want to add some more features, like maybe, suppose if you want to create a sunken slab for this toilet here, you can simply go to the slabs and then change the panel data. So maybe make it a minus 0.2 meters, which is, I'm going to make a sunken slab of 200 millimeters, which is down. If you want to check it with cross section, you can simply draw a section just to make sure that we have created the sunken slab here. Okay, so this is how we can just create a cross section in whatever the location you want, and you can see the cross section is created automatically by the software. See, this is working by BIM modeling technique. So we make any changes, everything changes automatically, interactively. So suppose in case if I want to make some change in the slab, panel data, just make instead of 0.2, just make it 0.1 here, and when you accept, you can see the cross section is changed automatically here and here. Okay, so this means we don't have to be worried with our model. Okay, when you create a analytical model, even the drawing, that is a form of drawing, what we call the frame drawing, the layout of beam column, everything is automatically prepared at the background by the software. So we don't have to again make the drawing. See, this is what is the regular practice. Suppose if people are using other than this Cype software, any other software, they make an analytical model in a different software, they create a CAD drawing in a different software, and that too with using a different CAD software, but they have to draw it each and everything manually. But here we don't have to do it. Everything is created by the software at the background. So once you create an analytical model, your drawings are ready at the background. Okay, so this is one advantage. You can also see this sunken slab from the you can see here there is a sunken slab here at the 3D view. Okay, so you want to add something other than this, say for example you want to add probably I want to put some ramp here. Okay, for example I want to put a ramp. So let me just go to the ramp, create a new ramp. Let me say this is a ramp number 1, and we can create a different type of ramp here, like freestanding free shape I'm creating. Actually right now I'm creating a curved portion with 90-degree curve with I'm only just simply selecting some random values. Okay, because we don't have much time to finish, so I'm just randomly taking, and then probably I'm going to create a straight portion also here. The length of this ramp is 10.2 meters with a 2 meter change in height. Then the support, I'm just considering it is a concrete wall support on both the ends. Okay, I hope this should be okay. Let me see if I can. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so this is how I can just simply create a model. You want to move it to the correct location, you can always move it to the correct location here, somewhere here. Okay. So like that. Fine. So this is a ramp, and if you want to add some more thing, like maybe RC wall, for example, if you want to put some RC wall, you can create some RC wall here. I'm just simply selecting a thickness of 20 centimeter thickness of RC wall. See, this can be extended to any length. Okay, so I'm just simply creating a wall at the periphery. Okay, and in case if you want to add RC wall for this peripheral wall for the building, the first thing is we need to remove the beam, because we cannot have a RC wall as well as the beam both together. So let me just create only wall. I've just deleted the beams. I'm just simply creating the wall now. Instead of a beam, I'm creating a wall here. It's a very simple command. As you can see, I'm not struggling too much. Simply locate the where you want to put the wall, and then simply extend it beyond the required length, and later you can trim it off. Probably I'm going to delete this with the small portions which are not required. Okay. Oh, sorry. I think there is some problem. I need to extend this wall like this, and then delete the extended portion here. Fine. And we need to just simply copy the slab which is already done here for the rest of the places. And we have to delete a slab from this because it's a ramp which is going down. So that's all. You can see a column, beam, slab, sunken slab, retaining wall, a ramp which is going down. You can see like this. And probably you want to add maybe a staircase from the ground floor to first floor. Let's try that very quickly. I think I have very less time. No problem. I just wanted to show you, everything is possible with the software. Everything, almost everything.
You're doing good on time. You probably have another at least 10 minutes left.
Okay, fine. Fine. So I'm just creating a staircase here with the number of steps and all this information I'm just giving here. Accept. So this I'm going to move to a correct location. Fine. And then we need to create a cutout for the people to come out, right? So this staircase needs a support. Fine. So that's all. I hope this completes a full building, almost, which is required. Maybe in a larger scale, maybe number of floors will be more, number of columns will be more, but we have everything here in place. We have column, beam, slab, retaining walls, ramp, staircase, almost everything. We can also input the, quickly I'm going to input the pressure. I'm going to create a pressure, earth pressure. This is earth pressure I'm simply creating. Okay, so no, sorry. This earth pressure should come from outside. So you can select it coming from the right side, not from the left. Okay, so you can see there is a pressure coming from outside. So everything is possible here. Okay, fine. So once we are ready, we are 100% ready now, and we can put it for the analysis. And I'm not going to do the analysis because it might take some time. So instead, what I'll do is I'll show you the file which I've already analyzed, a similar kind. See what are all the things that we can get as an output. You can see the first thing is, let me just go to the design of columns straight away. You can see the design of column here. See, we have a columns with the column designs. It shows the size of the column, then the reinforcement, longitudinal reinforcement, the transverse reinforcement. And now here at the bottom, you can see the forces, axial load, moment, shear for the corresponding force, for the corresponding floor. Suppose if I selected ground roof, see this is the column that I have selected, that is column number 4. This is at the roof level, and this is the load. Okay, so this is how we can read it, and you can see this is the reinforcement that is generated by the software. You can check any column. The software is already given the design. It is given automatically the reinforcement and also the reinforcement layout, which can anytime if you want, you can always change it. You can also make the changes. Sorry. You can change these diameters. Okay, the numbers, if you want to change, you can change it. And one more advantage of this software is whenever it gives a reinforcement design, this software will always check at the background the design made by the software itself, whether it is okay or not. See, it itself, software is designing and it is checking at the background, is it acceptable for this country? Okay, using the country code. So you want to check that, you can simply click on this and you can see the code check is available here. It will tell you, yes, as per this country code, check, this is perfectly all right. Okay, if there is any problem also, it will say yes or no. If you want to take a print of this, you can always go to the view complete listing and you can take a print of this, and then you can give it to any people who wants to do the further checking on this. I'm sure they will appreciate it rather than finding a fault in this. This is what happened with me many times. Okay, so this is as far as the column design. Similarly, you want to check the beam design, you can simply go to the beams and you can see the reinforcement produced by the beam, the software for the beam for a full complete frame. We have a top reinforcement, bottom reinforcement. Now here you can see the green line is a provided reinforcement and the red line is indicating required reinforcement. So accordingly, we can even maybe if you want to optimize, say for example, you want to, instead of using the 20 mm bar, you can also check if we can use a 16 mm bar, and you see, yes, this is quite really possible. So like that, you can do checking. And finally, if you want to make any cross check whatever you have done, whether it is okay or not, you can simply click for the codal provision checking, and the software says yes, it is possible. And like this, you can do optimization of the reinforcement also. Once again, if you want to find out the design calculation, you can find a design calculation report here. Okay, the reinforcement, all the possible clauses the software is checking, probably including a long-term deflection calculation, active deflection calculation, a crack width calculation at all the 4 sides, This is something, a unique feature which is available in this software, which is probably not available in many other softwares. This is one plus point. See, this gives us a confidence in doing a design. At least when we do a design and we construct it in reality, we get a confidence that yes, it has been thoroughly checked by the software itself at the background, and then we get a confidence that yes, it is doing all right. Now the next thing is, you want to do a foundation design. Straight away you can go to foundations and then check the foundation design here. You see the software is calculated the foundation with you can also see the 3D view. Okay, and you want to check the codal provision, you can see sometimes if you find something is not correct, you can simply go to the design and the software will do the automatic design checking, and finally it gives a verification everything is okay. All the checks have been verified properly. And you want to do a different type of foundation is also possible. We have something like reinforced concrete. In that we have a square, rectangle, eccentric. These three are the tapered, the flat footings, and the similar way we have a tapered foundation also. So you can select whichever is convenient. In the same way, if you want to do a pile cap design, you can always do a pile cap design with different configuration, maybe a single pile, 2 pile, 3 pile, like that. So according to your convenience and according to the requirement of a structure, you can always do a design of these foundations. Okay, and coming to a ramp, you want to see the ramp detail, you can simply go to the detail of ramp here. See, this software is actually given a reinforcement for the ramp. Okay, this reinforcement should be provided in this the same along the ramp length. Okay, we have a cross section, a longitudinal section, everything we have. And you want to see the staircase design, you can always go to the staircase view and then select a stair. So this is a staircase design with a drawing. This can be straight away exported in a CAD drawing. Okay, fine. I think I've covered most of the things. Okay, finally we get in case if you are doing a seismic design, okay, you get a different outputs probably. Other advantages of using this software, I can tell you, like you get the design report for maybe a seismic design report, which is very well documented here. You can see. So we have the design steps. Okay, step by step calculations are given. You can also go through it and then see whether everything is okay or not. See, a detailed calculation report is available for anybody to go through it and then find out what is happening inside the software. This is one advantage. Even for the wind load, you can also get the similar results. So this is the output. You can always export it in a PDF or document format. And also finally, if you want to find out the quantities of structural elements, you can find out the quantities of a structural element here. Say for example, concrete, reinforcement, and all those things. So this is the job quantities for foundation, formwork, volume of concrete, reinforcement. Okay, for each floor individually, we have everything. The same way you can get a complete job takeoff also, like foundation separate, slabs, beam, walls, everything is separately given here. Okay. And finally, if you want to take a print of this, the plot, you can straight away go to the plotting. Let me just select a different drawing here. Okay, so coming to the drawing, you can simply go to the job drawing and you can select what type of drawing you want to take, maybe a foundation drawing, schedule of columns, then the floor plan, that is a beam column layout, then the reinforcement for a beams, a slab reinforcement, and then the staircase and the ramp drawing. All these things you can select whether you want to take it in a DWG format or DXF format or whatever which is convenient to you. And finally, this software will create a CAD file. So it is preparing for the complete project, right from foundation till the roof. All the drawings whichever we have selected now. So for time being, I have selected very few information, like we have a foundation layout column, schedule, a staircase, ramp, you know. So let's say, for example, this is the foundation layout with you get the schedule of reinforcement for the foundation, and you have the foundation plan layout, and then we have layout of beam column, including the cross section. You can see this is not created by me anyway. This is all done by the software automatically. Whatever which I'm showing you is live. Okay, it's everything is live. Nothing is done at the previously. Everything is just live. I've just ran the analysis previously before coming online. Otherwise, everything is live. So you can see this is the top reinforcement, bottom reinforcement, numbers, diameters. Along with that, you can see the quantity of reinforcement is straight away printed on the drawing. So there is no way that tomorrow there is no quarrel between owner and the contractor. Like, you know, we have used a different material or maybe more material, less material, nothing like that. Everything is printed right in the beginning. Okay. So this is what is advantage of using the Cype software. Everything is ready and you just have to go to print all, and all the drawings can be generated as a DWG file. Okay, so the drawing can be generated in separately file, and beyond this, if you want to make any adjustment or make some cosmetical touch up for the drawings, you can do that, adding your title lock if you want, or maybe the name of the project or whatever. That's the only thing which we call it as a cosmetical things. Otherwise, technically, everything is perfect. I hope I have completed everything now. Jamie, you have anything to say?
Well, the first thing I want to say is wow, because you've shown things. I've been here at Site for a long time, and you actually have shown things that I didn't even know we could do. And I was already quite impressed with what we were doing. In particular, the way that you imported those drawings at the beginning and set your, like a big part of your model. I didn't realize it was also possible from a CAD drawing, even though I had heard of it in the past, but I didn't know it was so simple. I thought it was only going to be off a digital drawing. So this is super, super efficient. You know, you really give me some great ideas with this. You know, like I said, I had not even known it. But like I mentioned, you are an expert in this program. I know that you have done a lot of jobs, and it's not just that you've designed them. The project has actually been done with the software. So you know that what the program is generating is the reality as well. Now, I want to ask you a question. In your professional point of view, the plans that the program automatically generates, how much of those plans, how much percentage of that plan would you say is ready for you to present to local authorities? Do you have to do a lot of tweaking in AutoCAD or in the next software, or are those a lot of times acceptable?
Okay, for that I'll just come
Reality.
back to
Tell
you.
me the reality.
I would say 98% is ready.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's a big percentage.
See,
Sometimes,
for me, I'm using this from last 14 years now, and I'm quite happy because I have to struggle only some 2-3%, and maybe for a bigger projects, 20-story building and all, I need to only struggle. Even if it is a one-day struggle for me, it's okay, because many other people, they use 2-3 months to do this kind of a job.
of
But for
drawing,
me,
no,
it's yeah, yes. But here it's very easy. See,
yeah.
okay, I'll tell you one example. For example, here, this is the column schedule. If
Hmm.
anybody does even manual drafting, this is exactly the same thing they are going to produce, but which is already ready now. What else you need? Everything is ready. This is what other people are sitting and doing a drafting using different people. So many people are, they are putting their effort, time, energy.
Yeah.
But for me, everything is ready. The same thing is ready. Okay. The same way, if you look at maybe the beam drawing, the same thing, people, they do it manually with a different software. But for them, they have to sit and draw each and every line by line, text
Well,
by text. It takes a hell of a time. But here I just click a button and then I get it. That's the end of the story.
and the great thing is that
Probably,
if there's a change, you can do the change and then redo it, and it's done automatically. Because if there's a change in something you draw manually, that's it.
no, not necessary. Not necessary that you have to make the manual change. If something changes, for example, one column moves from here to here, you only have to reanalyze, but the drawing gets
Will
updated
change
automatically.
automatically. Well, that's
Yes,
awesome.
that's the advantage.
Yeah.
It's a BIM model, right? It's a BIM model. The advantage of using a BIM is this: it does everything interactively. You
Yeah.
change something, other things gets changed.
Yes. Yes.
That's the advantage.
That's very good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you've done, like I said, you've done a great job. It's very insightful, everything that you're showing us. I'm gonna go ahead and just share my screen again 1 second to just close up this. Is there anything you would like to add? Let me ask you, what do you think is one thing you would like to see added in CyPECAD this year? What do you think will be something interesting that you think should be added into this program for your market? Like, where do you think it's lacking? It's always good also to know, but don't be too rough.
Yeah. See, probably the shear wall right now, which is using the American code design. Probably if you can apply
At
the
the
Indian
Indian,
code, yes, add the Indian code, that would be better. Number one. And
perfect.
there are many things like the codal design, code checks, that many things are not implemented. Like, say, for example, RC wall, we don't have the code check similar to the column and beam. Like, we have a beam design report.
You would
You
want
see,
an RC wall design report as well.
yes, RC wall, and then the slab and the foundation. This is something tricky. Foundation, we get a the output. For example, it doesn't give me internal the steps how it is done. Say, for example, if I click, it says the bending is so and so. I hope you can see my screen here. So
No,
it says
no,
the
now I have
bending.
my screen. I have my screen. But it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. We're going to transfer that information. And like we're always developing upgrades and updating. And this is a company that is very alive and always taking input from distributors like yourself, So I kindly appreciate it. It'd be good if you could turn on your camera now. And, like again, I thank you so much for this webinar. If you could turn on your camera just so that we could say goodbye to everyone here. And I can also just show here, your information and my information. Are you able to see my screen now, Amarant?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So anyways, like I mentioned, thank you again. This has been an excellent presentation. I loved all the insight that you brought us. I knew it was going to be like this because I've known you for a long time and I know that you always step up to the plate. But I want to mention that if anybody's interested in finding out about this program that you might not know about it, if with the features you've seen, you're a user and you might be interested in updating. Now, for example, in our steel software, we are also doing nonlinear analysis. He didn't show anything of steel, it was only reinforced concrete, but if you're working with nonlinear analysis, this program now has the OpenSea's analysis engine embedded, and you can do that as well. And you have here both Amarnath's email, amarnath@cype.co.in, or mine, jaime.sempere@cype.com, which you're welcome to reach out to us for whatever you think that you need, maybe even if it's just to tell him great job to Amarnath for this presentation, or maybe to buy some software as well, okay? We thank you very much, and we look forward to having you in our next demo. Thank you very much to everybody.
Thank you, Jamie, for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Goodbye. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.